Do you know what happens when a lowland gorilla stand-up comedian, a functioning alcoholic impressionist, and geeky tech nerd pro wrestler get together? You get the Conte and Kenny Show. And AIDS, probably.
Monday nights, the clock strikes 7. Conte and Kenny, humor's heaven. On 100 proof, YouTube's delight. Tune in, we promise it's pure delight. Laughing out loud, so mellow and bright. Conte and Kenny, comedy's bite. Every Monday, come and play. Join us for laughs, end your day. Eastern time, the fun begins. Jokes and stories will make you grin. A perfect blend, pure comedic art. Conte and Kenny, they steal your heart. So click and watch the chuckles flow. Conte and Kenny, friends in tow. Sip some laughs on 100 proof. Comedy magic under your roof. Laughing out loud, so mellow and bright. Conte and Kenny, comedy's bite. Every Monday, come and play. Join us for laughs, end your day. Eastern time, the fun begins. Jokes and stories will make you grin. A perfect blend, comedic art. Conte and Kenny, they steal your heart. So click and watch the chuckles flow. Conte and Kenny, friends in tow. Sip some laughs on 100 proof. Comedy magic under your roof. Remember the time, don't miss the show. With Conte and Kenny, the giggles glow. Find the channel, don't delay. 100 proof podcasting, your Monday ballet.
And don't forget me, Joey Image.
The vision is real. The power is reawakening. The fear is reborn. Because they have returned. Because they have returned.
All right, that is my cue when I hear stupid motherfucker. Welcome to your Monday ballet. Welcome to the Conte and Kenny Show, also known as Arrogance and Alcoholism with a side of spandex. We are live every Monday night at 7 o'clock on the 100 Proof Podcasting YouTube channel. You can catch all the past shows wherever you get your podcasts or watch them on 100 Proof Podcasting Network. And if you're watching on YouTube live or in the past, please give the episode a quick thumbs up. And if you want to be a real sweetheart, click the notification bell so you never miss a live show like the Replayables and Killing with the Ables. What's going on, fellas?
Hello there. Just whistling the old tune.
Kenny, I want to point
like
out, Kenny's here at the start of the show.
Yeah.
Yes, up and running.
First time in like 3 weeks.
Up and running. Yeah, like since like the vernal fucking equinox that I've been on the fucking on time. But yeah. I started my computer on Easter. And
is that what killed the pop?
So I finally got everything up and running with the camera, figured everything out.
Good.
With help from super producer Shawnee and Joey Nuts and Bolts over there.
Yes.
Knows everything about computers. So point me in the right direction. So I'm ready to go. I've got my jock strap on and
Are you wearing a condom?
half of the bag. No, I never wear condoms.
Well,
yeah,
just for anybody who's watching and doesn't know, I, on the down very radical left-hand corner of the thing here, I am Joe Conte. In the center square is Gilbert / Kenny Michaels, and of course up in the right-hand corner,
very, very clever.
And of course in the top right-hand corner, being the ex-wrestler that he is, he looks like he's about to jump off the turnbuckle onto Kenny's head.
Excuse me, Alex, what is chlamydia? Wrong game
Joey
show.
image.
Yeah. Sir, this
And
is
of
Hollywood
course,
Squares.
Shawnee is our producer behind the glass, our youngster. Shawnee, were you born in what, 2011, I think it was? You were only a baby?
2018.
Oh, okay. You are really, you know what? The kid hit puberty quick. You
Wait, so
really,
you're 23
really...
years old already?
My Toyota could be his father.
The stains in the back of your Toyota could be here for sure.
Oh my God.
And if you're listening and you don't see on top, it says leave us a voicemail, and you can dial 572-888-6116. If you want to leave us a voicemail, we could play it on the air, and you know, whatever.
I would love to hear voicemails from the people.
I would,
because we replay them, and you're totally anonymous. You can say who you are, or you can just bust balls, or tell us that we're great or we suck. Whatever it is, we're gonna play.
Wrong number and hang up.
This is Testicle Tiger. This is Testicle Tiger.
Hey, what is
we're now
the
monetized.
message? What is the open, or is there like a greeting message when someone calls that number?
I don't know, Shawnee. Is there like a message when you call? You know, it's funny.
The Conte and Kenny Show.
You know what's funny? The three of us, the three grown-ups, we all have cell phones. We could have dialed it at any fucking time to see what it actually sounds like.
Yeah,
we're all like being mysterious. Like, I wonder what it sounds like. There's no possible way that I could find that out myself.
and JoJo, you bring that up, and why I haven't taken it to my drunken advantage at 5:30 in the morning. Half whipped out, not to make fucking.
And Google Voice will try to connect you.
That's all it says. Say your name after the tone, and Google Voice will connect you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, now it's ringing. What the fuck's happening?
If Shawnee answers, I'm just gonna start laughing.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious.
I'm just
Shawnee's mom answers the house phone.
Well, the voicemails because it never picks up.
Shawnee's grandma answers the phone.
This is why we don't have any voicemails, because this number never
exactly. Can't even leave a voicemail.
What's happening here? 572-888-6116. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Oh, there it is.
The subscriber you've called is not available. That's weird.
In case you're wondering, it did call me, but for some reason, it wouldn't let me respond to you.
Oh, so you could have actually answered it.
Well, I did answer it, but I answered it, and then no audio whatsoever.
Where does that go? Is that like a Google Voice number or something like that, or a voicemail, Google voicemail number only or something?
I guess so, because nothing happened when I answered.
Okay, so try to leave us a voicemail. We don't know if it works.
Yeah, we'll see if it works. And,
it sounded like it was working.
Yeah, Testicle Tiger, $2 from Testicle Tiger.
Yes, we are now. We can do. Let him know, Joe.
Yeah, we are now monetized, Shawnee. Right, we are now able to grub some money off you guys. We're able to panhandle now with our jokes. We're panhandling with our jokes. Please, can you throw a couple of fucking quarters in my guitar case that's opened up? Please, can you just do that? Can you throw a buck in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're monetized.
No chicken. Real quick, the voicemail 572 is Oklahoma area code.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oklahoma area code.
That's weird.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's like
Sean, if it goes through Google Voice, I can send a text to it, and you'll get a text, right? Or whoever has that number. Oh, that's wild. So people can theoretically text us live during the or text you live during the show while we're.
Yeah, I get calls, messages, and voicemail.
Huh. So, Kenny, do you want to go
back
to?
Slope.
Do you want to go back to if somebody wants Kenny to do something with one of his impressions? Just do a super chat, right? And like let's say $2 from Testicle Tiger, and then in quotes as Gilbert, right? And then they would just put in like, have Gilbert doing this, blah, 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 blah. Or if they want you to say something exactly as Gilbert.
If you send us $25, Kenny will do the entire show as Gilbert.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll go watch Yellow Jackets and eat peanut butter yogurt. So I'll be fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, if you send $50, I'll I'll lay out, and Kenny will do the entire show as Gilbert, and Joe will do the entire show as the real Joe Conte.
Dude,
exactly.
Listen to this. All right, that's never gonna fucking fly. Not on my watch. Never gonna fly.
I wonder if the real Joe Conte character. Hold on. Aku says, I have a medical question for Kenny. Okay.
Shoot. Yeah, let him put it down there.
Put it down there.
Years ago, when I first started doing the impressions, I was at a benefit, like a firehouse. Very nice night, and they had tons of people, but they had 6 miles of tables of fucking Chinese auction shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tricky tray shit, they call it. I call it Chinese auction.
Dude, forever.
The guy says, "Hey man, can you call the tickets out as Christopher Walken, Paulie Walnuts, and some of your Sopranos? Can you?" I said,
all the numbers.
Christ. Yes, but then explain what the busket is.
Basically, everybody knows the tricky tray, and then each bucket, each busket has a bunch of the tickets in there, and you pick one.
I had to whatever number it is. So I had to take it out, and I said the numbers in the voices, and then I explained. I got the fucking bunch of fucking jellies,
right?
And literally, I was doing it for about 45 minutes, man. I fucking exhausted. I had nothing left, man. I had nothing
almost
left.
As long as you did in your regular set.
Yeah, wait, I featured. I did 15 minutes.
Oh, so you did only 15, 20? Holy shit.
Yeah, that was it. And I
doubled up.
I know. I get paid for it. I didn't even win the 50-50. But for 45 minutes, I'm doing Christopher Walken giving away Martha Kay fucking cosmetics and a gift card to Paw Patrol for the dogs to get.
Wait, washed. Kenny, have you done Christopher Walken on here before?
Buds and Suds.
He hasn't done Walken. He did Walken fucking 20 years ago.
Everybody does Walken.
Everybody does Walken now, but back then it was Pollock, Jay Moore, and Kenny. They were the ones that were like doing Paulie Walken. Doing Walken.
Yeah, Kevin Pollock was first.
Yeah, Kevin Pollock was first, and then Jay Moore.
Last Saturday was the first time I heard Kenny's Paulie Walnuts and Silvio. They were hilarious.
Oh, yeah. You never saw him do that on stage, right?
Especially in the same scene. It's even funny.
Joe, Walken has become so mainstream because now everybody does an impression of somebody who's doing an impression.
Walken does
of Walken.
Dude, Christopher Walken does a Christopher Walken impression at this point.
Now he does.
The commercial.
He hams it up. He hams it up now.
He's great. How do you not love him? You know what I mean?
Great. Come on here. Wow. It's weird. Very weird. It's a lion. It's hot. It's nipping his toes. Making noise.
That's a good. It's so good, dude.
It's really good.
Dude, so I was doing. There was only a couple of us doing it, and now everyone does an impression of the impression that they heard. Like someone's doing Christopher Walken, and it's a version of my Christopher Walken that they heard.
Yeah.
Just like mine started out as a version of Kevin Pollock. I heard him do it, and he's the same thing with. He's also a version of Columbo. Sorry to bother you.
Aku in the chat. That's a good one too. Aku in the chat room says, "Can Kenny do an impression of the guy who bounced off the Titanic's propeller?"
That's really funny. That's really hurtful, but funny. Yeah, hurtful but funny. It's like, can you do an impression? Yeah, can you do an impression of Lindbergh, baby? Yeah, that's kind of hurtful,
Yeah.
But no, we all monitor. You guys want to help us out a little bit? Show a little Scott Oler on it, and only if we deserve it.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
Not,
that's why we couldn't do. So we couldn't do super chats before then because we couldn't accept payments. Is that right? That's how that works.
We need the numbers. Yeah,
I should know this. I mean, I have a fucking YouTube channel the last 12, 15 years, but I didn't realize that's why we couldn't do that. Okay, so we're good now.
I don't know. I'm gonna darken any of this stuff. I don't know.
So real quick, since the show has already started, but anyway,
Kenny, you're only 18% in the dark.
The show is sponsored. The show is sponsored by the Goods.Fun. Go to thegoods.fun, or you can like thegoods.fun on Facebook.
I love that name, by the way.
Yeah. She came up with
Facebook?
that. Yeah, no. Products featuring stunning photography. My wife does all these great nature pics, and then they put these on actual products. They put them on like beach towels, bags, aprons, clocks, shower curtains, journals, a whole shitload. But she's also got a Conte and Kenny section, so you can get some products like Conte and Kenny glass, the mug, and I think a Conte and Kenny hoodie sweatshirt, which
all the way up to sweatshirts.
I know Erica's got one, and it's cool. It's got the Conte and Kenny logo on the back, Conte and Kenny, and then the front it says "Laugh Instigator." Like it's, I never. This wasn't something I came up with. I thought it was very clever.
It's awesome, and the entire back of the sweatshirt is the Conte and Kenny logo. It's not it's not a cheapie either. It's huge.
No. Yeah, it's big. Yep, absolutely. And then there's also one for the Honeymooners podcast, 328 Chauncey Street. And then she has other great stuff, and even one with some Gleason the Corgi pants, some pajama pants with Gleason the Corgi's picture on there.
There's a huge run on there's a huge run on Conte and Kenny fucking beach towels and shower curtains.
So don't forget, go to thegoods.fun.
I would never
like thegoods.fun on Facebook. All right.
And her logo is like it really is attractive. It almost makes me think of like a bowl of Fruit Loops, or like just happiness. It's got all kinds of different colors and like a little spin wheel design.
A bowl
it's
of
a great
Fruit Loops
name.
or happiness.
Yeah,
I have to tell you,
one of those.
A bowl of Fruit Loops might actually fucking equate happiness at this point.
Are you kidding me? Of course it does. Why do you think I equate happiness with Fruit Loops?
Bowl of Fruit Loops.
They smell like happiness. They taste like happiness.
I love Fruit Loops. It's just the way he said it was so weird.
Well, that's what it makes. My brain is equating her logo to some joy.
Fruit
like
Loops.
Yes,
Fruit Loops,
it's
like
very.
Everything.
Yeah, it's very positive. If you look
colorful,
it up,
it's eye grabbing. Yeah,
the goods.
So check that out too.
Yep.
Erica says yes. I have. Erica says yes. She has the hoodie. She loves it.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah. They saw her in somebody went to the diners. Like, I was just at a diner. Somebody's wearing your jacket.
Yeah, the night of the show. The night of the show, a friend of mine, him and his wife came down from New York State, like a 3-hour ride, but they ended up staying for the weekend, but they got a room. And when I first went in there, he was like, they were going to get something to eat, but then they went to the diner down the street, and he came back. He's like, "Yo, man, we were hanging out having something to eat, and somebody walked by with the Conte and Kenny sweatshirt." I'm like,
nice,
or a hoodie, and it had to be Erica because I think she owns the.
Yeah, it was.
This has only been one sold.
I think there's only been one sold. Yeah, but it's cool. It's a laugh instigator in the front, and it's a zip up one. It's not a.
If you want other shirts, prowrestlingtees.com/JoeyImage.
Oh, prowrestlingtees.com/JoeyImage. Yeah. And we got to have, like a lot of the things for that. So if you want to do some sort of, super chat and you want Kenny to do some sort of impression, just put it in the chat,
man. Let's give it a shot.
We'll have some fun with it. So,
and speaking of the show last week, Mr. Image over there is now we changed his name to Joey Hollywood Boulevard now because this guy is exploding.
Rockaway Boulevard. We're the only podcast or show in the history of any type of show that does a fucking Rockaway Boulevard fucking reference.
Yeah, Goodfellas
sound effect.
What's his name? Carbone. Anthony Carbone.
Frankie Carbone.
Frankie Carbone. Frankie Carbone. We need some. We gotta get Bell some Danish.
Boulevard over there. Yes. So now, Kenny, I know because
take that coffee to go.
What do you mean? He takes up the whole coffee pot.
Yes, that is a fucking joke. Take that gun. Sorry.
We got a question from the chat room. Chris Abel says, "Can Kenny do an Kenney? He spells it, even though it's right on the screen. Can Kenny do an impression of Anne Heche?"
Yeah, let me fight my way out of a fucking pillowcase.
Paper bag.
Yeah. No, that's a great question, man. Did you see that when she fought her way out of a body bag?
You've told me about that, but I never looked it up. Like
she was on a high speed. She's in a high speed chase.
Wait, is that when she ran into the house? She drove into the house.
Yes. And there's a helicopter.
She drove into a house.
No, you don't. High speed chase, blasting into the house. Huge thing. They're showing them on a gurney take a body bag to the back of the ambulance. All of a sudden, the fucking thing unzips and Anne Heche sits up out of the body bag. So then all the conspiracy, she supposedly died from her injuries, but how the fuck did she get out of a car, zipped in a body bag, and have the strength all of a sudden to break out of the body bag? Sure, I'll find it. Someone's got to find it. We got to play it now.
Is she dead now?
Yes, she died in the ambulance, supposedly. But supposedly she was
died in
one of
2022 in August. I didn't know
she was one. She's supposed.
Wasn't she married to Ellen DeGeneres, whatever the fuck her name is?
Way long ago, a long time ago.
Yeah, they were.
She had a lot of mental problems, but she was one of the ones that were going to. She was supposedly going to be one of the ones that blew the whistle on like Tom Hanks and the Illuminati and the baby trafficking and that kind of stuff. Chris Cornell, Anthony Bourdain, Anne Heche. They were going to blow the whistle on them, and all three of them are all now dead. She was in a bunch of the Pizzagate, which Tom Hanks he always takes pictures of gloves. It's a pedophile thing. Hillary Clinton is. It's a rabbit hole of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know. But, for a chick who was into chicks, she ain't that bad looking. I mean, true. For a chick who was into Ellen DeGeneres, for Christ's sake, it looks like
her wife is Portia de Rossi. She's fucking.
Hey,
that was Ellen DeGeneres' wife.
That's what I'm talking about.
If Anne Heche.
If OJ was dating Anne Heche, there may not have been a trial. You know what I mean? She would have fought her way out of that backyard.
She was married to a guy for 9 years. So how the hell
she's one of those. So was
she left the guy to go to fucking Ellen DeGeneres?
So was Portia de Rossi.
Yeah, no, I know that part.
So, I'd like to see that video.
Kenny, there was actually 3 collisions, it says on Wikipedia.
Well, yeah, she went apeshit in the neighborhood. Hold on, I'm gonna see. Bobby
and Marla, it was amazing
what
happened out here.
Just give me the
fire department. I gotta give it to them right off the bat. The men and women from this fire department, some of the most amazing.
Hold on, miss. If this is it, I'm gonna send it to Shawnee.
When we say into a structure, I mean all the way.
Yeah, she went from the front door to the kitchen in this house.
So then
at like 130 miles an hour.
What this says, she was kept on life support, but she was considered legally dead, which is so weird. As opposed to what, illegally dead?
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Illegally dead is if you still had any parking tickets that were unpaid.
If she was
illegally dead.
She probably got a huge ticket after this fucking thing. In her own house, right?
If she was doing 100 miles an hour, crashed into a house and was all busted up and broken bones, how the hell did she zip herself like David Blaine out of a fucking... And she sat up, and then they pushed her back into the bag.
They said they found...
Like a crab.
They found nothing in her system, but they did find a metabolite of cocaine, which means it had been done within the past 30 days, but not...
Okay, Shorty. Hold on a second. Shorty, I'm going to send it to you, and it's at 1:15, okay? Go to 1:15. Minute 1:15.
Jesus, she named her son Homer on purpose.
Who did?
Hold on, I'm going to send it to you, Shorty. Hold on a second.
Anne Heche. Her son's name is Homer. I don't know. Homer's not a real name.
What do you mean? Homer's a real name.
You can't name someone Homer.
Yeah.
They get made fun of their whole life. Homer Bush.
Homer's a real name. Homer's a real name. It's not just the Simpsons. Wait a minute. Hold on. We might have something here. Kenny, just...
What do we have here? We might have something here.
Pay attention. Fucking... folding metal chair brain thinks that Homer is not a real fucking person's name. It's just Homer Simpson. Joey
no, I mean, I know Homer wrote like the Iliad and the Odyssey or whatever, and it's a fucking baseball word, but like I'm 47 years old. I've never met someone named fucking Homer.
Yeah, you probably did, but you're so fucking brain fucking shook that you probably didn't even realize you met somebody. Homer is
I met Homer Bush.
Exactly.
Homer Bush,
Homer Bush,
and he's black.
A baseball player. And he's a black
baseball
dude. Yeah,
black.
Of course.
That's his real name.
Black
Homer
as pudding.
Bush. And this guy's last name. This guy Haish. I mean, this Anne Heche's kid is named Homer Haish Laffoon. His fucking name rhymes with buffoon. That's the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard. Homer Buffoon. What a great fucking name. Dude.
Homer.
That's a wrestling name. If I've ever heard Homer Buffoon is a wrestling name if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, really.
Dude, these Hollywood people name their kids after apple cider vinegar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's Apple fucking logo guy or whatever his name is, or Apple something or other.
For sure.
Roulette Peach Pit Johnson. You know, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, some of them have these wacky first names and then regular last names.
Yeah. It's you know what it is? People try to be too cutesy. You know, I get it. You want to name your kid something unique, but then when you try too hard,
Connor and Todd. Hey, Connor, I'm Todd.
I'm Tucker.
Fuck
hey,
Todd. Todd sucks.
Here,
anytime Eddie Vivian will kick Connor, Tucker, and Todd.
I'm going to go back to the early 90s, and here is the difference between trying to be too cool and just being cool. Are you ready? Vanilla Ice and the Beastie Boys. You know what I mean? Like
that's a great
difference.
Yeah, that's
it's
great
exactly it. And you know what it was? It
Can
was
I tell
one
you
really
thing.
is.
Forget about talent. You know, you can argue. Well, yeah, the Beastie Boys were much better than Vanilla Ice. But the point was, Vanilla Ice, when he was that guy, he didn't have a sense of humor about himself. And the Beastie Boys always had a sense of humor about themselves.
Sure.
That's why they were cool. And they weren't trying to be cool. They were just cool. And Vanilla Ice wasn't. He seems like a really cool guy now. I forgot his real name.
Robert Van Winkle.
Robert Van Winkle. He seems like.
Can I tell you my Vanilla Ice story? My meeting.
You have a Vanilla Ice story? Please.
Yeah, I met him.
Okay, good.
He did a what do you call it? Like an appearance, or whatever, at a tattoo convention in Jersey.
Okay.
In God, this was like 03 maybe or 04.
I was gonna say a hot dog store at this point.
And a friend, well, not at this point, maybe this is 2004. And a buddy of mine had met him earlier in the day and asked him, "Hey, what would you charge to do custom entrance music for a professional wrestler?" And he said $10,000. And my buddy's like, "Dollars? You mean?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, never mind." And he fucking walked away. So
never mind.
So I asked him later. I saw him walking around, and my buddy was one of the judges of they did a tattoo contest at the end of the day, like best original design or whatever. And my buddy was one of the judges, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Ice is right in the back. You want to meet him? Just go through the back door. Tell him Andrew let you, or tell him Mr. Andrew. It was either Mr. Andrew or Andrew, whatever he wanted me to say. Let you in, and meet him, say hello." So I went in there, I said that, whatever. And he was like, "Oh, how you doing, buddy? How's it going?" And I talked to him, and I was like, "Listen, I know that my buddy Drew asked you this morning about doing a custom song." I said, "Would you consider doing a second one?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." And I knew I wasn't gonna go with it. I just wanted to see what he said, because $10,000. Are you fucking kidding me? I still have $10,000, and I'm 85 years older now. But he was like, "Yeah. Do me a favor. Go to my website and email me and remind me that your name is Joe and I met you in Jersey, and we'll talk further about it." And he gives me the website, and it's it's ultrax.com, which at the time was a porn site. Really? Which I didn't know until I got home, and I was like, "What is this?" And he's like, "It's UL Tracks, like TRAX, like like metal bands make songs, but the cool rap guys, they drop tracks."
So okay.
That's how he got me. He's like, "It's UL Tracks, ultimatetracks.com." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay." So I go home and I look at it. I'm like, "This is a fucking website." This
he was just fucking with you. He was being a dick.
Yeah. He was ribbing. He was fucking with me. Exactly.
That's like a mechanic saying, hey, a woman comes in. She's like, I don't know, something wrong with my car. He's like, oh, your muffler bearings are off. Hey, you got to check your alternator fluid,
Yeah.
Like he fucked with you. He fucking pranked you.
Yeah, basically. And he got me.
Ultra Tracks.
It was Ultra X. And now the website doesn't work. I just tried it. It doesn't work anymore.
You wonder why he did it?
UltraX.com.
Because Joey Image was the 19th fucking scumbag busting his balls on all day long. And this fucking he's a judge at a pickle convention, and he's got to fucking deal with this bullshit.
And dude,
that's what
he's probably. Dude,
but other than that, he was a really cool guy.
I'm sure he seems like he is. I'm sure how many people were like, "Hey, dude, can you record? Can you do a voicemail for me? Like, hey, sorry, I'm not here right now, but I'm on ice, baby. So give me a call." I bet you there was so many people that wanted him to do that.
That's how. How my brother got not known, but that's how my brother got into the Sam Kinison thing. I told you, Billy Idol was in the audience at his first open mic. He did and was like, "Hey, can you do this message for an answer machine?" There's a picture somewhere. I have to go through my old pictures. This is before digital cameras, so it's an actual printed photograph of me and Crazy Cabby and Vanilla Ice in the background somewhere. And it was at this event where I met Crazy. Remember Crazy Cabby from Z100?
Yeah,
I remember when he was on the Stern Show too for a while.
Yeah, So I had met him. He was also at this convention, and he was all tattooed up, so he was one of the judges. And I had met him and Vanilla Ice. I guess it was like one of the first time I heard the word photobomb or whatever. And Vanilla Ice in the background somewhere, and just me and Crazy Cabby like doing the devil horns or whatever. And I have to find. I've been looking at that picture for 800 years. It's somewhere. It's like an actual photo. It's not something that's like on my phone or whatever.
Yeah. The only one that's ever embraced like Ice Ice Baby, I think the only one that's ever really, really embraced like a catchphrase to you, Jimmy Walker.
Dynamite.
Jimmy Walker. Dynamite every day. Dynamite.
Did you ever work with him?
I never have. No, I would love.
I never
to.
did it. I heard he's like a Christian comic. Like he doesn't. You can't be dirty in front of him.
Stuff. In front of him?
No. But dude, I always said to me like the Simpsons and Good Times were very close in a sense where the Simpsons in the beginning it was all about Bart. And in Good Times, it was all about JJ, but those characters fucking really just pale in comparison to Homer and the father in Good Times. The show was the father. That's why when fucking
he just passed away recently, right?
He just passed away this year. I think when he left, that's when the show went to shit. And it's the same thing. It's like the dynamite, you know what I mean? Is like eat my shorts or whatever the fuck Bart did. But it was just
kiss my grits.
Dog shit.
Kiss my grits.
Was it kiss? Oh no, that
wasn't shorts. I mean, that wasn't.
That was
Bart. That was Flo.
I hate most of those
Mel's Diner. Mel's Diner. Alice's Diner.
Mel's Diner. I'm sorry.
It was at Mel's Diner, but it was the show Alice.
Kiss my grits.
I hated 99% of catchphrases. Like, listen, even the first, maybe the first catchphrase ever. Ready? Bang Zoom. I know I'm partial because I do my Honeymooners podcast, but it might be the first catchphrase.
To the moon.
And let's face it,
moon,
as a huge fan of the show, and I also do a podcast about the Honeymooners called the Honeymooners Podcast. But dude,
very creative name there.
The Bang Zoom thing, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a couple that are really, really funny, but it's so funny. It's so funny when people say,
pow!
And dude, he only says pow right in the kisser either once or twice in the original 39, the ones that we all watch.
No.
Yes. Yep. One
and
of
these
days,
iconic line.
pow right in the kisser once, maybe twice. In the original 39.
Really?
That's how these
mind-blowing.
It's almost like these things, it's like playing telephone. Like you think they're a lot more used than what they were. And there's probably a lot of those catchphrases that we think are being used a lot more than what they are. But kiss my grits is my least. I fucking hate that.
I like that show though.
Yes, it was a good. I like that
show,
because Vic Tayback was the whole show. Fucking Mel.
Yeah,
he was
he was
awesome.
great. He was great.
He was great. Like without that show, it's just
Remember Barth's Diner? Remember
What is
Barth's
that?
Diner? Barth's Diner from You Can't Do That on Television.
I don't remember.
Absolutely.
I don't
Absolutely,
remember.
yes. Yeah, of course.
It was a Canadian show, but they showed it. They aired it here on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette was on that show.
A lot of like a couple of people.
I love
you.
that
You
show.
were a little, JoJo. You were probably a little bit too old.
I know the show, but I don't think I ever. I just know there was a thing with the
slime.
Say I don't know. You got slimed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember it, but I don't really remember watching it. But I knew. I
still watch it, dude. Such a great show.
The Guinness Book of World Records. I'm just looking it up here. In the Guinness Book of World Records, it's the shortest spelling of a catchphrase in the history of television or radio. You know what it is?
And what is it?
Hey. I made that up. I totally made that up.
This is one letter.
Hey.
Technically, it's one letter.
Happy days.
Technically, it's one letter.
Wait, when you send a super chat, can you put a message in there instead of it just saying who sent it and how much?
Yeah,
Captain Hook, $2. Thanks, Captain Hook.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, did Captain Hook not able to say anything? Is there like a thing? Like I know it's like depending on how much money you donate, you can get more. Like if it's $5, you get a lot more characters. Yeah. But thank you, Captain Hook. Are you?
If it's $5, Kenny does 8 characters.
Yeah, if for $2 he wanted to see us crash on our own. He didn't want to add on to any bullshit.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm not going to do anything funny.
These guys are failing just fine."
Yeah, exactly.
Kenny, that was a Fonzie reference, right? I just figured that out.
There you go, Joey.
Oh my god, it took me a couple minutes. I got it.
Yeah, it's about 7 minutes.
Wow, that's like my friend gave me a really funny joke. I never did it on stage, but it was like, "Hey, did you hear that Henry Winkler passed away? Really? What did he die of? AIDS." You know what I mean?
It's so insensitive.
It's
so insensitive.
Wait, did Aku just put something?
It's not true, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, of course it's not until he dies of AIDS. All right, hold on a second. Aku, this is the Kenny.
Well, this doesn't need to be on the air. It's about Discord. We can't see it right now.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about it. Oh, so
yeah, Kenny, are you in the Discord or no?
I can hear this. I can see that. That's all it is. Yeah.
No,
but I mean, do you use do you ever use a Discord account?
No, but Shawnee can take it. Shawnee could take it and put it in the. Shawnee, do you see what Aku put? He says, if you want to see what a human can survive, I dropped a video on Discord. A guy jumped out of a plane at 10,000 feet and both parachute. I'm assuming both parachute and the extra parachute didn't work, and the guy survived. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
Well, hopefully he was close to one of those emergency vans.
Yeah, I'm checking for copyright, but after that, I should be able to play.
Yeah, and I sent Shawnee the Anne Heche thing too, and so we'll see if they will pop that in. And literally, it's like a zombie movie, where she just busts out of the fucking thing.
And it's coming from it's a video from a helicopter above.
From a helicopter, down. And they're putting her in. They're just about to put her in the emergency van. You know what I mean? And she busts right out of the zipper. She just have no shirt on, but you see her back. She's bare-breasted. You see her back.
Yeah, she had some cans too. She was, for a skinny one, she had some big boobs.
She was a whack job, but she didn't,
Yeah, she was
didn't need to get off.
A bit of a kook. No, she seemed nice enough.
Who?
Yeah.
Who was it? I missed what you. Sorry.
No, we were back on Anne Heche.
No, we're gonna put the video. Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck it until we get the video.
Well, when it pops up, we'll check it out. I lost $675 yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Wasn't in my pocket. Wasn't in my pocket. Wasn't in my pocket.
Like gambling.
No. Listen, he didn't. Yeah. I can predict what he's going to say. He didn't lose. It's not like when he started the day, he had X amount of money and now he's $675 less. What he's going to tell us, because I'm such an old school degenerate gambler, he is going to tell us about a bet that was fucking done. It was on, and he was going to end up winning like $600, and then some ridiculous thing. Somebody got struck by lightning, and then fucking his bet didn't go, and he lost. Go ahead.
Jojo, you are the Rasputin fucking Nostradamus of the internet. You're absolutely fucking right.
Just of gambling.
You're
That's
absolutely right.
Go ahead, let's hear it. I want to hear
you
this.
You are the Kreskin of FanDuel.
Yeah, I love
the amazing Randy.
Kreskin of FanDuel.
So I'm watching the Yankees ball game. Okay. Now, now here's the thing. I had placed 2 bets. By mistake, I had placed the bets on the money line for the Yankees to win. They were minus 150 or something like that. But they were probably going to win the game. It was a sure bet. Max Fried, their ace, was pitching. Okay. By accident, I had doubled up on it, and I took the Yankees to win over 8.5. Okay?
So the total score has got to be 9.
Got to be 9. Yeah. Yankees have to win. So a 5-4 or a 6-3. The number of runs has to be over 9 runs or over, and the Yankees win. I had messed up. It was like a $50. It was like a $50 bet. Fucked it up. I go, all right. Shit. Okay. So now I got 2 bets. So then I have one for Aaron Judge to hit a home run, $7. He was plus 1 or like 185. The guy might yoke one today. You know what I mean? It's a nice day. They're playing down in Tampa, and it's going to be so. In the 6th inning, this guy Max Fried is pitching a no-hitter. Okay, these motherfuckers were on the take. He's pitching a no-hitter, ground ball to the first baseman, hits off his glove and basically bounces into the outfield past second base. Okay? They call it an error. The guy goes out there. No. It bounced off. It was an error. He bounced it off. The guy didn't.
Okay.
There was a fast runner running, but also the pitcher was a Gold Glover that covers first base. You know, first baseman flips it to the pitcher to tag the guy out.
Yeah.
That was what it's supposed to be, but it bounces off in the center field. Error. Okay, fine. So now there's still no hits. The guy is gearing himself up, Max Fried. He goes out to the 8th inning, gets the ball on the mound. All of a sudden, one hit shows up in the Tampa Bay Rays thing. The house official changed it from a no-hitter to 1 hit. So the guy's like,
error.
Like coming like 2 innings later?
2 innings later. 2 innings later, the guy's got 6 outs away from a no-hitter. He's pitching a gem, 10, 12 strikeouts, pitching a gem, right?
Wow.
So then there's 1 hit, and he's like, what the fuck was that? What the, holy shit.
Yeah.
First pitch, base hit up the middle. Now it's all, now everyone says, because the guy's deflated. He's pitching a no-hitter, and then that shit that has to be protested, and certainly not 2 innings later, you change it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
at the bottom of the 8th inning, right? And this fucking guy decides to make it a hit. Who the fuck are you playing, guy?
Yeah, really?
Okay.
What the fuck,
so now,
dude?
all right. So now here's where the $675 comes from.
Now we're talking.
It's like 2-0, 3-0, something like that, right? And it's the bottom. It's the top of the 9th inning, top of the 8th inning, somewhere around there. I know they're not going to score the 9 runs, okay? So I cash out $31.
So wait a minute. What was the score when it was top of the 9th? And the Yankees
3-0. Yankees were up 3-0.
And the Yankees were up at the top of the 9th. You were playing it
at the top of the 8th, top of the 9th. Yeah, I believe top of the 8th.
Okay.
3-0. Max Fried, he's up, but our bullpen is crazy. And the Yankees, they're if they do, God bless them. But I don't think they're going to score 7 runs, in 6 runs
in an inning,
between the 2.
1 inning, yeah.
This is one of them 3-0 games,
Right. And you can cash out and get a little bit extra money because they,
because the game ain't over yet, so there's money still there. So I say, all right, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to throw it into it was $31, and it was plus 650. Was Aaron Judge to hit a home run? There's 1 inning left. He's got 1 at bat left. One fucking at bat left.
Plus 650 means if you bet $100, you get $650 back.
You get $650, yes.
Yeah.
So I think.
Or is it $650 plus your $100? So you would get $750.
It's $750, yes.
It's based on a $100 bet. Yeah.
So you bet fucking $650 in 1 bet?
Nope, $31. And I would have won $650.
Right.
I also had Aaron Judge in the beginning of the ball game to hit a home run. So I now have 2 bets for Judge to go yard. The one was $31, one was $17. Okay. Now I'm about to make $675. It was a total fuck up. I totally fucked up. I wasn't supposed to bet that second game, that $50. I hit too many shits. So now he's up there, and it's 3-2, a 3-2 count, and the motherfucker hits the most majestic shot down the left field line.
Right.
And it's curving, and they call it foul. Within 30 seconds, they say they go, no, that was a fucking home run. Everyone in the stands is going, it's a home run. That's a home run. It was curled around a foul pole. Nope. The same motherfuckers. In fair territory?
Oh, the same ump.
The same fucking judges in Sea Caucus and this fucking home judge within 30 seconds. It never takes that. It's never that quick. They said, nope, play stands on the field. You go back and look at it, and it goes right around the fucking foul pole.
And you
majestically high.
But on the fair side.
On the fair side,
right?
It was a home run. $700 down the fucking tubes because those fucking cocksucking sons of bitches are on the take.
Wow.
On the take. There's no possible way they're not on the take.
For any of you Gen Xers, I mean not Gen Xers, Gen Zers, on the take means that it's rigged and the umpires are.
They're getting paid. They're getting paid on the sly. Yeah.
They're getting paid. I'm just letting them know for the old man. What the old man said.
What was the final score?
I was like 5-7-0. Yeah, Yankees won, but Aaron Judge is putting me in black and white. I'm in trouble.
He's putting him in black and white.
I'm in trouble.
Kenny gets a minute in black and white whenever he says anything like somebody who was born in 1929 would say.
Today I consider myself the luckiest podcaster in a radio guy.
Exactly. Also,
I was dealt a tough one. No, hey, fine. I deserve it. Because back when I was running numbers for the Lucchese family,
numbers.
Yeah, I'm running numbers for the Lucchese's.
Yeah, for sure.
So Aaron Boone jumps at it and goes, the manager of the Yankees goes ballistic.
Right.
Absolutely ballistic.
Losing his mind.
Everyone on the bench has an iPad. You can see every angle of everything. And they were
probably have them
steadfast.
Installed in the fucking dugouts for instant replay.
They're all over the place. They had them. They were like, nope, it's a foul ball. And they went nuts. After the game, Aaron Judge was like, did you see that? Yeah, what did you think? Because he can't come out. He's a captain. He can't come out and be like, these fucking asshole pieces. He can't do that. So he was like, well, what do you think? He goes, yeah, we kind of got ripped off on that one. Because now when it comes down to the end of the season and he's got 62 home runs to beat his own 63 record, they're not going to count that home run.
Right. That's true.
They're not going to count it. Up. But Aaron Judge could suck a dick. I lost $650.
Chris Abel says they're definitely on the take.
They're definitely on the take. Now I got to go back to work. Who the fuck wants that?
Yeah,
Chris also said
$700 was going to keep you out of work.
Yeah.
Hey, for a little while.
He also said he got screwed out of a football parlay with Mahomes. So listen, it's almost like, listen, when I hear people talk about online gambling and they talk about the casinos and they're like, oh, the casinos online, they're all rigged and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so you're telling me that they're rigged, but when you go to an actual casino, you're killing it every time? No, you're losing because the odds are against you.
The odds, now, the only natural thing is like either in layman's terms, blackjack or poker. Your cards are decided on the previous people before you, so there's human error that the dealers can't really manipulate. You know what I mean?
Well, the blackjack is your best odds at a casino, but when you're playing poker against somebody else, you're not playing against the house, so you don't have a major disadvantage.
Right.
It's actually a great thing for everybody because the house just gets a piece of each pot. Like if you're playing to, like what do you call it? Oh my God, I'm drawing a complete blank on Texas Hold'em. Like if you're playing Texas Hold'em, they get like a whatever it is, 10% of each pot. That's one, but you're not playing against the house where you're always going to have the disadvantage. So that's what. And then of course, blackjack is your best option.
Can I tell you guys my luckiest casino night ever?
Go ahead.
Which was only I was probably the last time I ever gambled heavy at a casino. So me and my buddy Bob went in like 2009, something like that, 2010. I had just like recently become single. Me and my ex split up, and my birthday was coming up, and my buddy Bob wanted to go to Vegas. My buddy Bob wanted to go to Vegas, and his father was loaded. Guy was like, "You want to go to Vegas? Why don't you bring Joe with you? Or your birthdays are 2 days apart. I'll fucking pay for your flight. I'll pay for the hotel. I'll give you each $1,000 spending money. Go do whatever you want." So we went for a fucking week. It was great.
You have to blow this guy too? Wow.
I played crap. I've never played craps in my life. And I played for not 7 hours. I played the same $700 for like 4.5 hours.
Really?
I don't know what the fuck I still don't know what I'm doing. They would just roll it, and there was 2 or 3 older guys next to me that would say, "Oh, do this," and that's what I would do, and it would fucking work. And there was a guy that just happened to be from Patterson that was there while me and my buddy Bob were playing. I was on this fucking roll, and then the guy left and came back later, and guy left and came back in like 4 hours, had like a cup of coffee in his hand, or whatever. He's like, "Man, you're back here again at the same fucking table." I'm like, "Back here again? I didn't fucking leave. I'm still here. I'm still here." He's like, "Holy fuck, man!"
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
That's the last time I ever. That's the last time I ever. What do you call it? Gambled like that with that much money because it wasn't my money. So if I win, I win. It's 100%.
But did you end up winning, or did you end up just breaking?
No, I ended up losing. I ended up losing $700, but it technically wasn't my money anyway, so I didn't give a fuck.
Okay, but you were playing with it for a bunch of hours, which is
for about 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll tell you guys, Caesar's Palace, New Jersey.
I had 2 guys advising me on what to do every time I rolled.
Caesar's Palace. This is about 2000. I would say 2011, 2012. We have a work meeting. We go out to dinner, and then we go and gamble. And we all have our own rooms. And Caesar's Palace at the time, it's gone now, but it was all goldish and gaudy, like 1970s decor. You know what I mean? Hadn't been redone in a long time. I go there, I gamble. I'm up $1,000, and it's like 2:30 in the morning. I said, "You know what? I've been up since the morning because we had work meetings. I was tired, so I go up into the room, get into bed. When I tell you, by 6 o'clock in the morning, I had my bags packed, and I was down at the bar waiting for everyone else to wake up because I woke up in the middle of the night with something pulling the bed sheets off of my feet. There was something tugging at my, I don't know if somebody had died in that room or something, but I had the TV on, so there's a flare. I didn't see anything, but as I'm sleeping, my blankets are getting pulled off me to be down by my feet.
That's weird.
Then when it dawns on me, I go, "Holy shit, what is this?" Shower, room, downstairs. I'm like, out, packed my bags, and I didn't go back to fuck up there for nothing. And they knocked that place down, but whoa, that was crazy.
So you're saying that you don't think it was just your blanket was hanging over too far and the gravity was just
I felt the motherfucker. I felt somebody tugging on the bed sheets. Someone tugging.
Usually when that was happening to me, it was usually at a massage. It was usually a Russian or a Polish girl who was tugging under the sheets.
And they were trying to wake you up because you're going to miss your train. They had other appointments, you can't sit there and have a nappy pool on the jerk bed. You know what I mean? You got to be out. But yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah, have an old nabby bill. But the gambling thing.
Chris Abels, he had a bet that it was a 50. The bet was 50 yards, and they claimed he only had 49, so he got
49.
Totally
yeah, there is a Wizard of Oz.
Who you're talking about? Patrick Mahomes
thing.
Or Mahomes, whatever it is. That's what he's talking about, the Mahomes thing.
Yeah, it was like a bet on Mahomes.
What the fuck is Patrick Mahomes? What did you say?
No,
Patrick
Mahomes.
Patrick Bahamas.
It sounded like you said Mahomes.
Patrick Bahamas. Patrick Bahamas.
There is, especially NBA basketball, there is a Grand Wizard of Oz somewhere pulling the strings. There is.
There's a Grand Wizard somewhere. Yeah, he probably lives in Alabama.
I don't buy that at all. They don't need fucking tricks. It's just it's pit against you. You just the odds are is that they didn't build them.
It is brutal sometimes where it'd be like you say I have UCLA versus Miami basketball, and Miami has to win by 13. Okay, now they're up 13, and there's 7 seconds left. You have the kind of courtesy to run the ball out, and some cheese dick fucking Puerto Rican guy hurls one 78 yards. They win by 10, and I'm out $36. Run the clock out. Why are you shooting it? Oh, it's heartbreaking. It drives me mad.
We all have our story. I mean, they got to. Let me see. There's a couple of stories.
You made a great point, JoJo, one time, long ago. But I've said if I had riches, I thought I went before I even spoke to you about this. But you put it in perspective. I said if I had unsurmountable riches, I just 100 million, 200 million.
You were with tens and millions.
I said that I would probably be in a lot of trouble because I would gamble.
Well, yeah,
and
course.
then you.
Oh,
but JoJo put in perspective. He goes, "No, if you have all the money, you don't need to gamble because regular ham and eggers like me, I'm trying to make a couple of bucks."
We want to listen. We all want to have that one. Listen, every time I go to a casino or every time I play anything, I want to hit that big one. The big one that I say I never have to go back. And that's why I'm kind of a DJ.
They call it your Elizabeth.
Yes. I'm coming. It's coming. And that's the thing. Because professional gamblers that make a living doing out of it, they don't play those shitty table games like Let It Ride and Three Car Poker.
They do the 11-hour Texas Hold'em tournaments.
They grind where if they make $200 all day, that's their day, and they're working. You know what I mean? And if you have all that money, the thrill of it, because it doesn't have the same value as if you take $500 and you're like, holy shit.
Right. Hey, listen,
thing, you know?
Since I started doing FanDuel, there's been a couple of times where I've been a little lean, where I've tried to make what I would make working, you know what I mean? Because if there's not a lot of shows, I've tried to and sometimes I've come out great, sometimes I haven't. I'd say, to be totally honest, all in all, since I've been on FanDuel, I'm probably down, I would say 5, 7, 8 grand. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm even, but a lot of it was during the pandemic. Where I was getting, getting paid and stuff, but
I didn't have it then
dumping
either.
it right. I was dumping it right into the Knicks, brother, into the Yankees. But
dude,
just being honest, I lose more than I win. But when I win, it actually sometimes it helps me because I can put gas in the car.
It justifies. Yeah, because you know what it is, man. It's like, hey, you're dumping, $5 here, $10 there, right? Like. And you're just, and then all of a sudden, and in the week and a half, you were just like $5 here, $10 there. It doesn't hit you, but it ends up being $200. And then when you win 100 in one shot, you're like, dude, I just hit for 100, and it feels a lot more because it happens all at once. But when you lose, it's a process. Like I always said, you know why I was a degenerate gambler? Because I only gambled when I didn't have the money. When I had extra money,
That's what you
I
said.
didn't gamble.
You didn't need to. Right?
That's what you said.
But if I was short and I was like, oh man, I'm a little light, I gotta try to turn this into something.
Yeah.
That's my point that you said, yes. And it made perfect sense. Because if I had the money, I wasn't even thinking about gambling, but I'm like, damn, I got
Dude,
insurance
you would be in a yacht and you would be snorting fucking coke off some fucking stripper's ass. You know,
that's what my problem is. My problem is when I get when I
if Kenny was a millionaire, I'd be a stripper. I don't know whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
just let me hang out on the yacht and eat
a lot of things.
Yeah, wear your spandex too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll wear spandex for you.
You'd sign an 8x10 too and put lipstick on it. My problem is that I go, man, I got $455. I got $600, and I can get that shit to $7. Yeah. I can get it to $7.
Yeah,
I can definitely get it to $7.
Yeah.
So when you're smaller bets, you're trying to get to $7, but then you get nailed, and then you're back to $545.
Yeah. Oh,
then you got to up it. Then you got to bet big.
Yeah. Well, what happens is when you start, if you're betting $10, $15 and you're going back and forth, you know, let's say you're doing anywhere from a $10 to a $20 bet, and now you're down. So you started with 500, now you're down to 300. Well, now the degenerate part comes out like, now I'm doing $25, $30 bets because I want to make up and get back to where because what you want to do is get back to where you were. Then if you get back to where you were, then you want to get to where you want to go, and you never end up getting to where you
never. It never fucking works.
I was in AC once with my ex and her parents in like 2000, and we walked by a fucking there was, I don't know if it's the same thing, but back then like the high stakes machines or the high stakes area were roped off, like those velvet like nightclub ropes, and there was a dude there that it turned out he was some famous rapper's son. We didn't know who the fuck he was, but he was just pumping $100 fucking tokens into the fucking.
I was sure bets a lot.
Yeah. That was all right, I guess.
That was so stupid.
But this dude was just pumping fucking $100 tokens into this fucking. We're just standing there watching, and I finally gave up after 1,000. I'm like, after 10 coins, I'm like, this is fucking insane.
Oh, that was so bad. It was funny. But check it out. Aku says, join us next week when Kenny explains how to get a third mortgage.
Yes.
Aku and Chris are going back and forth with their degenerate gambling
stories.
Yeah, like Ku said he was north of 46 hours, but you do nap a few minutes here and there. That's
he was talking about
oof.
Yeah. Chris is right. It's instant gratification. That's what the gambling is. But there's something exciting about playing with money that you're like, fuck, I really need this, but I'm gonna fucking try to turn this into something else.
I here's what's happened to me. I used to watch sports because I love the Knicks. I love the Yankees. You know, I love baseball. I love watching baseball. Absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing.
Let's go Mets.
I like watching football. Let's go Mets. I like watching football.
Hold on, just time out 1 second. Hold on. Chris is tagging onto Kenny's line. Joey's got back. Sir bets a lot. Anyway, so go ahead. Yes, Kenny is a big sports guy.
Yes. Love watching.
Big sports guy.
Yeah.
Yep. I wrap my nights around it. You know what I mean? I'm a single dude, so everything is involved in it. And when I tell you, a regular game, watching a game, $5. $5. A $5 bet turns the game into the 7th game of the World Series.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not made of riches, so I'm not.
How much it is? You got something riding on it.
I got skin in the game, but here's the thing: it's every fucking night. sometimes the Knicks play and the Yankees play at the same time. So I'm betting 5 over here, 5 over here, 5 over there.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
And then the West Coast games come on at 11. I got to put something on them.
You got to put something on them. Yeah. Hey, listen. What they call it, right? They say if you're playing, like let's say you're playing cards with your friends and you guys are just fucking around. Somebody always says you want to make it interesting. Let's make it interesting.
Yeah.
And and even Kenny, like he says, a $5 bet on a game makes it that much more interesting, and your interest in it is peaked, and you are like, I am now more interested.
The high stakes card game episodes of The Sopranos are some of the best fucking episodes for that reason. Because I'm like, fuck. Like I know now, but the first time I'm seeing, I'm like, fuck, who's gonna win this 85 million?
Who's gonna win the game? Yeah. It's exciting, you know. It is, and it's probably the one because I am not Mr. like looking for kicks. Like I've never I don't like going on rides. I don't like fucking I don't like being in a passenger seat with anybody driving over 90 miles an hour. I just don't fucking trust it.
Nope.
You know,
right.
I don't like being standing on the side of a building or looking down like Freda Heights, all that shit. But the gambling thing,
I don't want to stand on the side of a building either.
Well, you know what I mean. When he's fucking like, I don't even like being like next to a window, and even if the window is closed, and I'm like fucking 30.
I don't mind heights. What I'm scared of is falling from them.
Falling, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you are a degenerate gambler out there, call 1-800-GAMBLER, and then call 572. 888-6116 and leave a voicemail. If you are a degenerate gambler, hold on a second. Wait a minute. If you are a degenerate gambler, call 572-888-6116 and leave your heartfelt message for us, and we will get back to you with clinically guys with PhDs and all kinds of letters behind their name that will help you in your gambling addiction. But just leave us your story.
Or if you got a degenerate gambling story, leave it on the voicemail. We'll play it.
Leave it on the voicemail. We will help you. We will help you. It's from the law offices of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. But seriously,
there's a new one.
If you're a degenerate gambler and you want to not be a degenerate gambler anymore, go on YouTube and watch the guys losing all their money, like the fucking blood. There's a guy writhing in pain, in honest pain, in a hallway in a hotel. It's a black guy, big black guy, and he's like a baby crying because he's screaming, "It's all gone! It's all gone! It's all gone!" And you're like, I'm not going to watch the Yankees tonight. I'm going to go. I'm going to have a hot shave and a shower. And put on
fucking guys bet
Little
their
House on
fucking
the Prairie,
kids like college savings and shit on stuff, and then
everything, mortgages and savings. And
when we used to go to the track, right? We used to go to the track, and let me tell you something. You would see these guys.
Oh yeah,
with the
program,
and they would always have the program in their hand like this, and it was these Rastafarian guys. Russian guys, regular, fucking whatever, like all Italian mooks, and they are sitting there. It's fucking 3 PM, and they are fucking motherfucker. Get them up with that fucking 5. Get them up with that 5, and they're fucking screaming. And
my father
would always do this thing. They would always do this thing where they try to bond in with your misery. It's almost like when you were at motor vehicles. Remember when motor vehicles, you'd be there for 2.5 hours, 3 hours back in the 90s. Well, you started commiserating with the people around you because you just wanted to be miserable with somebody else.
The 48, if the 6 was there.
Company.
Yeah. And then what they do at the track, they would always do this at the track. They would start talking to you, giving you their fucking heartbreak on what they just lost. Like, I had the 236. It came out 759. If I would have had the 759 boxed, I would have. They dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
they always tell you their fucking sob story. But
how close they were to glory.
Dude, they're always this close to fucking getting the big one, and they never do. And the way they scream at the television, and then when they fucking lose, they're like, fucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joey.
it's fantastic to watch.
Joey.
It's
Joey. Me, Johnny O, and Otto take Joe Conte. It was placed right next to my place in Woodbridge, New Jersey. It was called the Favorites, but it was McLuhan's Steakhouse was connected to it, and it was for Joe Conte's birthday. Yep. So Joe knows a little bit more about the ponies. I don't know about the ponies that well. Yep. Otto just shows up and he's there for anything.
I've done that, and then my father used to go to the dog track a lot in Florida.
Same kind of thing. So they got all the cameras, they got all the TVs up and stuff. So we have a nice steak, we have a couple of beers, we're having a good time. And like Joe said, Otto's got the program rolled up. And there's a big race, whatever this big race was. And everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. And he starts going. And he starts saying today, come on, you fucking nag. Come on, you fucking nag. You son of a bitch. Come on, you fucking. Oh, the race is over. Race is over. I think Conte goes to Otto. He goes, did you win? He goes, I didn't even bet. The fuck are you yelling at the horses?
That's fucking hilarious.
He was just yelling at the fucking horses at the TV. He was just sitting there. Come on, you nag. You won't fucking nag. Everyone's pounding in. Did you win?
Oh, my God.
I didn't even fucking bet. Brilliant. Classic.
Aku says there was a degenerate gambler with online gambling who smoked rocks and would lose everything and destroy his room live. That is fucking entertainment right there. Wow. Watching a guy fucking smoking fucking dope like crack and then gambling and losing everything. Wow.
I went to some little rabbit hole on TikTok, and the first one was a guy who lost $8 million. He deleted his Bitcoin account by accident. Deleted his Bitcoin. $8 million.
Oh my
$8
God.
million. And he's going, no, like the guttural, actual intense emotion from inside.
When the realization comes in.
When he goes, oh God, oh, you're like, this motherfucker meant that.
There's no faking that. That's no
faking that. No faking that. The next one,
I'll see if I can talk or something. Just that.
Oh, it definitely is. The other one was on FanDuel. You can bet on guys playing a Nintendo. I mean, PlayStation. You can. They have electronic leagues. Like if I love the Knicks, and Mark from fucking Des Moines, Iowa, is the Knicks guy. I bet on the Knicks, but it's electronic. You know, we're going by these two guys playing fucking Sega Genesis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now they are in a league, and when you bet on certain things, or you have to pay money to get in the league, whatever it is, the guy goes down there to play. It looks like he's got a nice apartment, maybe in Miami or something like that. And his girlfriend, because she wanted more attention, deleted his NBA 2K, whatever it is, $400,000. The guy had saved up in winnings.
Wow.
And she went, delete. Oh, delete.
Wow.
Wait, how much did he have saved up?
$400,000.
Yeah, get rid of that girl.
$400,000. And then he proceeds to fucking just smash everything in his path. I'm done.
That's
but the scream that you hear from him, why?
Yeah.
Why?
You're right. It's
like,
that guttural scream. Yeah. That's you know what that is? That's your soul coming out of your face. Like that's just bad.
Yeah, man.
That's fucking bad.
Hey, bro, you steal $2,000 from me. It's fucking go time. I got plenty of ammo. Imagine 400,000.
Hey, listen.
Or I got plenty of ammo to put right in my fucking, fill my mouth with water and shoot myself in the top of the gums. And because I just $8 million in Bitcoin that I deleted.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I'm not even starting over. I'm out. If I did that, kabloosh.
Yeah, of course.
See you on the other side.
We one time, me and my friend Richie, we were at the track, and we would always, like, it was summer, so we would always, there were other tracks you could play, but we would always play the Meadowland ones because you could go outside and it was nice and you watch them.
Yeah.
And we were just looking around. We would do a couple of fucking exactas, and then we saw a horse, and there was something about the name of the horse that struck us for some reason. So we both took like $30 each and put it on that horse. So we put like $60 to win on that horse.
That's how I bet on Chinese basketball.
Yeah, but the horse. And when we looked at the morning odds, and the odds were 99-1 when it started. And it only shows 99-1. If it's more than 99-1, you won't see it at the track because it's only got a number of digital spots for 2 numbers. So the fucking thing, everybody's betting on all these other horses. So we knew this thing had to be at like 120 or 130-1. And we just put $60 down on it. So we get outside and they go. And we knew we had a couple other bets. So we were looking at other bets. And all of a sudden we're like, holy shit, they're halfway around the fucking track. And this guy, our horse, is like 10 lengths in front. We're like, holy shit. Dude, it's coming around. And it's a big track. This is at the Meadowlands. This was like a mile and an eighth or whatever.
Salty dog on the outside, followed by Queen
coming around the outside, our fucking horse.
Right?
It's jammed with people, dude. Jammed. It's a beautiful summer night, like 1990.
Ajax, Jilly, puppy up now, Moxie, followed by Moxie. I don't know when's going to turn. And it was followed by Jelly Cream. Peanut butter sandwich on the outside.
Peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut butter sandwich on the outside. And
holding my stocking coming up on her ear. They went up on the outside in the quarter length.
Holding my stocking. So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden they're coming around the clubhouse turn, and our horse, this fucking 130-1, is like still like 8 lengths in front. We're like,
fuzzy bunny slippers on the outside. Coming up in 2 edges, followed by Moxie, followed by Lady Slippers.
All of a sudden, he gets to the fucking crosses the finish line, 5 lengths ahead of the other thing. Dude, we just won like $7,000, right? We're just like,
really?
We're screaming. It's like $60, and it was probably $140 worth, right? 140-1 probably, dude. Yeah. So all of a sudden we start jumping up and down. We're losing our fucking mind.
This better be a good ending.
Hold on a second. Now, what happens when you are at a track and everybody's out there and everybody's watching it? The moment the race is over, everybody scatters. They go back inside. They go to the booth. It's jam-packed. You're jammed in like sardines. And then within 20 seconds, it's empty. Everybody just walks back in, right?
Yep.
It's clear. Yeah. So me and Richie, this thing fucking passes the finish line, and we're losing our mind. We're jumping up and down. We're like, mama needs a new pair of shoes. We're fucking getting our shoes. We're fucking screaming. And now we're noticing, why is nobody moving? And why are they still watching the track? Because this was a special race that they went around twice. It was like a 2.5 mile fucking track. So it was only around once, and it was halfway through. And me and Richie are like 2 children who just thought we saw Santa Claus, and we are fucking screaming at the top of our lungs. And everybody's just looking at us like, "Are you guys fucking morons?" Because, dude, our horse, he came in like 13th out of fucking 12 horses. I mean, it wasn't even close.
You prematurely celebrated.
We thought he was. We thought that was it. Yeah. It was a normal fucking track. We didn't know that this was some special 2.5 mile fucking race. We were doing. Let me tell you something. I remember that might have been the one humiliating moment in my life. Like, I was humiliated, not embarrassed. Everybody gets embarrassed, but dude, it was humiliating. Dude, we were screaming at the top of our lung. Can you imagine? It's quiet.
$7,000,
People are watching a fucking race. Dude, it was fucking embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah, we were fucking morons, dude. It was really funny. Really? No, it was not Carucci, Chris Abels. No, this is yes, it's got to be Carucci. But no, Chris Abels, no. This
Only
was
Carucci
before
can make a mistake like that.
No, this was before I even
still
did
be alive.
stand up. Yeah. This was in the 90s. But yeah.
Those I heard those horse places, when you go in the back, when you get like access, you see them, they fill Poland Spring bottles. Somebody was telling me they fill Poland Spring bottles, or they freeze carrots, water, and they take the plastic off it and whoop, right up the asshole of the horse. You get him juiced up.
What?
The speed.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Speed.
I
Because
bet
this
you
guy,
You just drink
he
the
wants
water too, no?
he wants to get out of the gate. So you put
Get him
you put an ice thing or a frozen carrot up there. This is what I heard. I never did it myself.
I don't know. Why don't you just
You know
give
what I
the
mean?
horse some Gatorade? That would be nice. Instead of jamming a
Dude,
carrot in his
a
ass.
horse, dude, a horse's asshole is huge. A horse's asshole is like an elevator door. It's really as big. And your eyebrow height, when your eyebrow height to it, you get a good look. And horses. You know what I mean?
It's like an elevator.
You figure every time they shit, they're pushing out hard balls. You know what I mean? And it comes out in clumps. They got big assholes. So you jam an ice thing up there, and he's like, "Woo!"
Gets him going.
They want to get out of the gate.
It's like you're exhausted in the morning and you got to go and you got to do something. Fucking you take a cold shower and that'll fucking wake you right the fuck up.
Have you guys tried the smelling salts yet? That's the new thing.
I haven't needed
smelling salts.
I'm sure Joey's.
There's a bunch of different.
I've never needed
them. No.
I do have to piss right now.
I'm not. No. It's a new trend.
8:30 would be great.
It's a new trend. I've seen Rogan do it on his show, but it's a big thing with weightlifters, and now it's guys that are truck drivers or any EMTs.
What, to stay awake?
It's when I tell you, some of them have to activate with water, and you shake them, and you can use it for a bunch of different uses. And it's like the size of it's the size of a Red Bull can. Okay? You unscrew the top, and you take a whiff of that. When I tell you, that shit goes right into Uranus, from your nose to Uranus. It's a big firecracker.
What?
It feels like it goes right to your brain, right through your body, and you're like, woo! Like what's his Ric Flair? Woo! You're like, holy shit!
Really? And this is like a smelling salt?
The ammonia is so intense. The ammonia smell. If you haven't never been to like the first aid squad has the little crackers, or they used to do in boxing matches, they crack a smelling salt. Wake up!
I know that.
This is.
I know about that stuff. Yeah.
When I was I worked in one of my first jobs. I worked in a bakery, and I was like 15. And I don't know if you guys know this. You know the eclairs. You know how they're airy. You know, because you stuff stuff in there. Well, there was, and this is 1985. I'm 15 years old.
Guy with a dick.
No, there is a can. It looks like a can of paint, right, with just silver, and they open it up, and when you look at it from like 5 feet away, and this is what they would do to you when you first started working there. It was almost like an initiation to fuck with you. What happens is we open it up, and it looks like white powder. And they would say, hey, check it out. It's powdered milk. You got to smell it. It smells like milk. And you go to grab it, and you're like, it's fucking ammonia powder.
And you knock out.
It almost knocks you off it almost takes you out of your sneakers. And and you know why? You know why they had it in a bakery? Because you use a very little ammonia powder when they make the eclairs, because that's how it makes it airy. So they would put a very small amount of ammonia powder to make the eclair shell, and you're like,
there's all kinds of witchcraft with pastries these days. You know what I mean?
And now this was 40 years ago, but still. But dude, my one friend,
a lot of voodoo with baked goods.
We all worked together, and when the guy was like, "Hey, You want to smell this? And my friend grabbed the can and went,
no,
dude, yeah, he almost passed out.
No.
He almost passed out.
No.
And he had red hair, and his face was fucking 10 times redder than his fucking hair, dude. It almost fucked him up because he almost snorted it. It's fucking
it's dangerous.
Brutal.
This is like that ammonia smell, but it's like getting like an ice bucket challenge. You know what I mean? Your body just goes. It's only the initial woof lasts about a second, but you're good for about 10 minutes, where you're like Chatty Cathy now, and it really does liven things up. It really is odd, but it works. Yeah, we were huffing on that, and you know what's funny too is I believe it's going to be addictive, because I did it like 3 times in like an hour, and I was like, "You got that thing again? Give me that thing." Because I was like, "Woo!" You don't get high, you don't get drunk or anything like that,
right?
But you just get that, "Woo!" And I'm like, "Damn!" And you just keep wanting it. It's good stuff.
Is that what you get?
But, yeah.
Woo!
How do you spell whatever Kenny just said? That should be the title.
I don't know, but I like to feel like that. That would be cool. So what we're gonna do, and maybe we can get it done this week. We're gonna come up with an intro for our what ends up being our closing
an
bit
intro
of
for the
show.
outro. Yeah,
yeah,
an intro for the outro.
Which pretty funny.
We're gonna call it. We don't know exactly how we're gonna call it, but maybe somebody can come up with a good
something like name this
description.
episode.
It's going to be something like, what do we name this episode? But we want to have a little fun with it. Like, what, the Conte and Kenny Show now presents, and, like.
Who could name this bag of shit?
Yeah, what do we call this rotten hamburger of an episode or something that might have to do with the show? Because there's a fucking rotten burger over there or whatever.
What do we call this large horse's asshole of a show?
An elevator door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're going to do that. And I think that's what I want to go with because, wow, it's almost 8:30 and I got to have my, my yogurt and peanut butter. So, let's go with, let's see how many titles. Let's see what we're going to call this episode. Joe, do you have a couple? I got a couple too.
I have Kent. Oh, you want to go back and forth like we did last time?
Yeah. Go ahead, because I only got like 4 or 5.
I have Kenny's back.
Okay, I have the Fruit Loops Happiness Chronicles.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Panhandling jokes.
Panhandling jokes. The Kreskin of FanDuel, which is kind of fun.
That's my next one. The Kreskin of FanDuel. That's my next one.
Go ahead.
That's a really good one. Bart Simpson's Diner.
Bart Simpson's Diner. That's funny. I have Casino Ghost because Kenny was supposedly getting ghosted or whatever by
my feet.
In the room by his feet. Go ahead.
Rest in peace, Anne Heche.
Rest in peace, Anne Heche. From 2022.
Yeah.
This might just be this might be it, but Sir Bets a Lot.
I have that also. I have that also. And then I have 4 more after that.
Good. I'll do my last one. Hole in My Stocking are coming around the corner.
Oh, that's another one. I have that one too. Hole in My Stocking. So the other 3 I have. The other 3, we're on the same page now. The other 3 I have are peanut butter sandwich on the outside. $675.
Right.
And a horse's elevator door.
The horse's elevator door. It might have to be you are a horse's elevator door.
I don't even have you are. I just have a horse's elevator door.
Horse's elevator door. Yeah, that might actually be it. Man, I like it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But is anybody who's left in the chat? Did they have anything that they can call this?
Thanks, Testicle Tiger.
Yes.
Thank you, Testicle Tiger, for our first.
Tiger, thank you. Of course, Chris Abels, who does Replayables and Killing with the Ables. Shawnee, when are they on? Is it Friday?
Shows.
No, Thursday and Saturday? Right. Yep, exactly. And I'll tell you,
Last week Joe
is a
said
very
the wrong days, and Sean said, "Yeah, you're right," and then said the right thing.
Said the right thing anyway. Very interesting, fun show. It's unlike any show I've ever seen on any visual platform or program. You should definitely check it out. It's a fun kind of hang. It's like an actual hangout. Like you're hanging
All three
out
of us
with
have
these
been
people.
on that show before individually.
Yeah, absolutely. I know he wants to do like something where we're all together. I think it'd be just way too much. But yeah, definitely check out the Replayables. And of course, Shawnee is the producer on there, and he's also on camera. He doesn't want to be on camera with us, but that's all right. He doesn't want to make us feel older than we are. Yeah, exactly. No,
I don't want you to come anywhere.
Okay.
Joey.
Hey, oh.
I will. I don't want you to come anywhere.
All right. Yeah. So let's
make sure their voicemail is 572-888-6116, and do whatever you like on the recording, and we'll play it on the air. We'll dissect it and have a good fun time with it. So call us up.
Chris Abels liked PB peanut butter and jelly on the outside, and it is Thursday and Saturday. He said for us to come on the show, but definitely check out their show.
You guys are great.
It's a lot of fun.
Guys are great.
And I think that's it. So we are back monetized. If you want to, donate a little bit to the show when you're, doing a super chat. You can have Kenny do
the
impressions again. Yeah. Right.
And also, don't forget to leave a voicemail if you want to leave this week, you can leave anything. But if you have a really great,
I'm just sitting over here and tickling the ivories with the other puppets, just hanging out there, just trying to get to Hollywood, just sitting there and singing, hope there's something better.
You sound good. So yeah, leave us a voicemail.
Well, now I'm about to pass out for my scalp.
888-6116. That's 572-888-6116. Go ahead, Shorty, if you want to start our ending music, because I want to get out of here. And our ending music, of course, is Swamp of the Universe by my cousin, Tony Parisi, who I've never known him as Tony. It's funny. All of his family, relatives, cousins, everybody calls him Anthony. He's Tony to everybody else on the planet except for his family. His friends, co-workers, music. He's Tony Parisi. It's T Parisi on YouTube. He's got a lot of great songs. Go check it out. Thank you, everybody who, all you guys in the chat room, Chris Abels, fucking Aku, Tiger Testicles, everybody that was that always comes in the chat. We really, really appreciate it. And if you, I don't know if we have an email or not. I got to figure that out. But thank you for everybody who listens live or in podcast. And don't forget to give the episode a quick thumbs up. And if you want, you can subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a live show. Thank you to Shawnee, our splendiferous producer. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Conte and Kenny. I think there's an Instagram and a TikTok. And that's it. My social media is Joe Conte with an E, comic on everything. And Joey is Real Joey Image, right?
Yes, correct.
And Kenny is just hanging out. That's fine.
Write me a letter and tell me what your heart desires, and send it airmail, and get to me by the new year.
All right. Well, listen, we end every show the same way our pal, the late, great Otto Peterson, would always say goodbye, and that is, take care.